Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Mordheim, City of the Damned. So for those of you who don't know or haven't been following this series or didn't even know I was recording it, I am recording the Die in Mordheim Deadly Challenge as posed by the mighty Game Knight from Denmark. The rules are relatively simple. First off, no, right, let me remember this. No looking at the map. No story missions. May only do deadly missions or greater. Must always launch, never launch and deploy. No reserve slots. No taking the freebie mercenaries, although paid versions of the mercenaries may be purchased. No leveled hires either, no hired swords. Everyone who's hired must be brand new, fresh, no experience. The aim, right, also, I'm not allowed to do the story missions, and I had to fail my first 3 Warpstone deliveries, meaning that if I fail one more, the warband is put out of action, retired, gone. So, what is there in addition to no looking at the maps? No deployment, no looking at the maps. No backtracking, that's it. No backtracking, no looking at the maps. Those are the 2 main things. So, I'm not allowed to use reserve slots unless it is to bench a couple of heroes to hire the impressive, which I might not do, actually. So I'm playing Sisters because they are the closest to the Dwarven Treasure Hunters warband that hasn't been released that could possibly come out. Now, many would argue that the mercenaries, with their plethora of ranged weapons and lots of armor options, are also very similar to the dwarfs, but the stat point builds of the mercenaries, it favours weapon skill and strength over toughness, and it just doesn't have the leadership for that Dwarven staunch reserve. Now, if you could imagine the Sisters without the spells, but with ranged table control through ranged weapons and Overwatch and stuff like that, that would be closer to how the Dwarven Warband should play. It galls me that there's even a little throwaway reference to the Dwarven Treasure Hunters warband in the game that didn't get made. Right, so, we do not currently have a demand, no shipment request at all, which means we've got to start building it up again. However, we also need money to keep going. So this next match is going to be about, as usual, picking up the Warpstone and trying to not get killed. Random deployment is going to make that rather difficult. Our last Warpstone delivery put us at rank 2 with Bertha Bestrafrung, originally described to me by Games Workshop staff as like Lara Croft with hammers. It was 1999, 2000, what can I say? Right. I'd like to start leveling Sigmar's Haven a bit towards level 2 and the Brigand's Berg. Thing is, because of the requirement to make relatively frequent also Warband Renown, we are only allowed in the challenge under the veteran system, we're allowed rank 2 Explorer and I think maybe rank 2 Negotiator. I can't remember. But they are Warband rank based, so I need to literally get the Warband, I think, up to rank 5 before I can get another point to spend in veteran skills. So yeah, as I was saying, There's a supply and demand thing here, where as... Oh no, this should plateau out. So yes, as the one faction gets ahead of the other two, the rewards for sending Warpstone to them will increase over time. However, that also means the rewards for sending to the main faction will decrease over time. So as the demands get larger and larger, we may see diminishing returns. We win the challenge if we get the warband to rank 10. Individual warband rank members can be any rank they want. Speaking of which, we have 2 vulnerable members I need to pay attention to. So, Anya is rank 8 by this point, but she has picked up a couple of crippling injuries. Broken jaw has knackered her spellcasting and leadership potential, which are the 2 best things about the matriarch. She's also loath to retreat from combat, and has also suffered a wound penalty as well. Great. So she's basically the walking wounded at this point. She does have some nice gear. It would be nice to get her some skills at some point, but of course, when do we train the leader? Because we're constantly having to do missions. Characters who are training must remain in active warband slots. They can't go sit in reserves. Right. Dorothea Dietmar is, as far as I remember, a replacement for a very good Sister Superior, and she herself is doing quite well on the not picking up any serious injuries front, which means it might be worth getting her resilient and veteran in the interest of long-term campaign play, both of which will require a few more points of toughness. Leoma Jaeger has an unspent point. I believe I was waiting for her to recover from injury. I'm going to put that into here now, because the maximum cap is a few points higher in weapon skill than in accuracy. Kalina Luden is very precious to us and very vulnerable, and had a nasty head blow and never does remember that particular bout of combat. She runs around finding Warpstone and putting it in the cart. It's her main duty. Right, Agatha Luden, probably related to Karlina Luden, to be honest, and Clara Dietmar are our 2 staunch frontline defenders, provided they can find where the front line is without looking at the map. Lubyanka Luden, possibly another member of the Luden family, or perhaps it's a very common surname in this part of the Empire, suffered an unfortunate arm loss early on, which means she cannot use a shield, so she is building towards towards less shield-based skills. So I am looking to grab not necessarily Web of Steel, but oh no, she's got defensive stance already, so I'll be looking to upgrade that at some point. But that will involve a lot more points of weapon skill. Now, Esther Gebenbach is our next most vulnerable young lass. The novices and the augur just run around picking up Warpstone. It's what they do. They climb, they jump, they find things, they pass perception checks. They make me remember to put points into awareness so they can pass perception checks, apart from the augur, who really doesn't need it because she does it so well, but she might need awareness for other things. And then Wilhelmina Hanschluch is slightly more experienced. So 2 daggers or that helmet are the ones I need to look out for. Fortunately, a deadly mission is available. There is an exceptional amount of Warpstone scattered around. Of course, there's a distinct possibility a lot of it will be near the enemy cart. I mean, I played one match a while back where it was practically all by the enemy cart, apart from one or two pieces, and that was just horrible. So, while there is no demand, it would be nice to be able to build up some supplies for the next demand. We also have costs to cover. Oh, also I have to pay everyone, pay everyone's doctor's bills, all that stuff, on this limited budget. So, without further ado, let's get into it and see how things go.
Moving through a supposedly deserted city, you find yourself suddenly surrounded by enemy warriors and must make a stand around your wagon.
Well, we're screwed then. Okay, we can forget running around picking up waterstone, we can focus on staying alive for a little bit, and I don't mean the song by the Bee Gees. Was it Beach Boys? I can't remember. Alright. Here we go. We're guaranteed to not get the first few turns, so we could get absolutely cacked on.
A new round has started.
We got the first turn, and we are going up against witch hunters. I see a henchman, I see a hero, so we do have the advantage of good numbers to defend ourselves. So there's a doorway over there, there's one. I don't quite... I recognise this layout of buildings here. I don't quite recognise which map we're on just yet. I think we're on the map with the big basin in the middle, and it's over that way. And we're in this corner. Okay, there's another chap through that door there. Looks like a warrior priest. And whatever I do, Carlina Luden is the only turn we're going to get for a while. So I will attempt that 95% perception check and see if there's anything to pick up around here without... You know what? Yes, I will do it. And regret it. Oh no. Oh, through there! Okay. Blue light armor, that could be extremely useful if we survive this mission. However, on the whole surviving issue, come on, there we go. Right, we don't have enough points for a dodge. There is an archer through there. I'm just going to put her here. Get her off the... Oh, there's one over there as well. Lovely. So here's good. And I'm not going to put her in an ambush stance because she is delicate. And we will close this because I had... I realised that I had the game recording volume too high from recording Eratus, so I had to shrink the game down to cancel it. Right, 3 enemy turns, then we'll get one, unless they take out whoever we've got going on Initiative 61. Okay. Okay. And she's one of our low rank members who can be taken out relatively easily by the enemy. How delightful. For now, of course... Oh, come on! Taking the piss. Well, she's gone for a Burton. If he gets another attack now, we're in deep, deep trouble, and I think he will. Yep. So they're going to immediately take out the 2 vulnerable girls who need actual leveling up to catch up with everyone else, so they're going to get subtle experience points and anything else. Lovely. Now, I know they'll still get match participation XP, but here we bloody go. Oh, they're going for... See, that's the other thing I don't like. The AI automatically knows where all your low-level warband members are. Well, we ain't getting out of this in a hurry. Not with just 2 red points and a building behind us. Ah, dear. So now we get most of the rest of their turns, if not all of the rest of their turns, and then he's going to run over here and beat her senseless. Because they are so bloody predictable. They're almost as fast as Ratmen at the moment. And he's going to run down right beside her and not engage as well because they have ridiculous speed today. But that works. Oh, joy. At least they do run into traps and things from time to time. Oh, for God's sake! Look, it's an ambush match. They happen sometimes. It's very bad. We probably won't be able to afford to pay all the damage for this, barring a miracle. Oh, piss off! What a nice way to start a match. I mean, what a really nice way to get absolutely shafted because the game hates me today. Oh well. Better try turn it round then. Okay, where is... I mean, the main fight's all over there. I got that knight in the middle who needs to be tackled. Good God. Right, where do I want to go? This way. I think I have to go this way. Right. Here we go. And let's live dangerously, because why not? And pound this bugger right on his noggin. And miss. Of course we miss. Well, we'll do it again. No damage time. Because the computer cheats. It has better stats than we could ever possibly dream of, because it gets extra points and it gets to do all its training for free, and it makes its heroes higher level than everyone else and its henchmen lower level, which we're not allowed to do because our heroes get killed off and replaced by lower level heroes and stuff like that. Basically, it's bloody hard. I mean, those 3 there are just going to screw me over if I try and tackle them. Especially with him back there. I might as well. No, not you. Yeah, you. It's not much. This is just consolation violence, really, because I am well and truly shafted at this point. If I can take this one bloke down before the end of the match, I might feel a bit better about myself. Or, well, any one of them, really, because this is ridiculous. On the plus side, if they beat up all those girls over there, they can't all gang up on me, because they won't be able to make it. Now, I could disengage and go twat on that bloke over there. And as he is a hero, that's probably a very good idea. He's also their warband leader, so I should definitely try and beat him up. Now what is the... Oh, pick up lots of warpstone. Yeah, can't do that. We're badly beaten up at the moment. And another miss. Oh well, it happens. I mean, you know, there's good days and there's bad days, and then there's playing more time. Alright, this is horrible because of the ambush. So I can charge him to get away from that ambush, and I think I will. And then get up a parry stance, because I'm going to bloody need it. And 56% won't be good enough, because after all their deductions, it'll be around 35%. Oh, hey, look at that. Yes, this is much needed. Let us support our ailing sister. And then we're picked up and divided by all this lot. What fun. Defensive stance, absolutely. Good idea. So the good news is Clara passed her stupidity check. I could charge, or I could go here and hold up the knight for a little bit. Charging in here would definitely help, especially if that's a hit. 48% chance is rubbish. However, keeping this chap occupied for as long as possible is a really good idea. And he's casting fear because of the spell. He has a lot of red points to counterattack, so I won't do that because you can't block or dodge counterattacks because they happen during your own turn. I will throw up a parry stance and hope it's good enough for a little while.
A new round has started.
Now, obviously Esther is a high priority, but there's not a lot I can do about her at the moment. Oh really, you're going to insult her? Well, she's kind of worth insulting. I mean, look how badly she's led this warband. I like the fact that the enemies sometimes miss. And taken on the shield. In your face, mate, I've got a hammer. And it misses completely. Well, that was disappointing. Yeah, we can forget the Warpstone. This fight's all about survival. If we win, we get some nice Warpstone out of it. That's about it. Can I switch targets? Yes, I can, and I should. Even though he's got a shield, we can double up on him, and hopefully they've both got shields. Keep that dodge stance up, and then suffer through a lot of their activations. At least they're not robbing us blind just yet, and where the hell is... Okay. Okay, I see they're ganging up there. There's going to be a lot more of that soon, because they have just extreme advantage. And this could actually be the end of a perfectly good warband, to be honest. We might have to retire after this. Ambushes are that bad, especially on deadly difficulty. And that two-handed hammer is going to do a lot of damage in a moment if it gets to connect, which it probably will, because he'll have eaten up any dodge stances she had. So, just to be clear, when I say the AI cheats, I don't mean the AI breaks the rules of the game. I mean their warband composition is essentially stacked full of advantages, and now we will batter him back a bit. And miss completely. Because apparently we're not allowed to pass dice rolls today. But at least he's tired himself out, so that's good for a while. Come on, girl. Survive this attack. Don't get hit hard. Great! I mean, that dodge stance of his is going to be annoying. And, oh dear. For God's sake, here we bloody go. Right, this is the man we want to take down. Let's just hope this doesn't back... Wait a minute. Let's be reasonable here. Lots of girls are taking damage around here at the moment. And the game hates me! Okay, look, I'm losing already. Might as well try even harder. You know what? This will have a slightly bigger impact. Come on, Sigmar. There is nothing polite that I can say at this point. I'm not even going to take him out. This is utter garbage. It's going to be a very disappointing match. We'll probably get half our equipment stolen because the AI always does that, because it knows that it isn't playing the campaign and it doesn't need to keep its equipment, whereas it knows that I am and do. Again, that's cheating because the AI doesn't need to manage its warband maintenance and upkeep, it just automatically gets everything. Right. No, I am going for you. And I'm going to eat a dodge, which is fine. And get hit really hard because you can just ignore armor like it doesn't matter. Because you have too much strength, because you don't need as much toughness, because you get extra health anyway. Because you cheat. I mean, they just get way too many advantages. They get extra health, extra damage, they automatically know where everything is, and it makes things very difficult. We'll expect this one to go on the dodge, or just be an utter miss, and then we'll expect this one to not connect either, because the game hates me today. Oh well, a few more losses and I'll be able to voluntarily route. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that either. Isn't that lovely? And all the bad dice rolls congregate once again on me, because the game is horrible today. Well, tonight. Thing is, ambushes are just really horrible like that anyway. Pity's sake, man. Well, that basically amounted to nothing. Let's have another round of not being able to do anything apart from getting hit.
A new round has started.
Oh yeah, we'll also get to collect injuries for after the match. Maybe a few people will even die. That would be nice, wouldn't it? No, not really, it wouldn't. Let's look on the positive side, shall we? At least we're not trying to meet a warpstone demand at the moment. No, we just get to get killed and retire instead. What a great big steaming pile of cack. I mean, look, they couldn't even be bothered to vary their appearance a little bit. They've just, like, got cloned warband members. Oh my god. Oh great! Yeah, just do that, you know. Because you're allowed to do everything. No bloody point. I might have to play another match after this, just to cheer myself up. Except we'll be so badly buggered from this one that it won't even be worth it. I wonder, can I steal my own flag to make my warband route quicker? Well, not when he's standing on top of it. Yeah, great. Just great. Let's get a little bit of damage in there. And then maybe she'll just be able to pass one dodge chance and get, you know, so they waste an attack not hitting someone else before she gets beaten down like that. Because, of course, deadly difficulty is extremely challenging, and ambushes, while rare, are basically so one-sided they're really horrible. Especially on deadly difficulty. Deadly ambushes are just, yeah, don't even try, you know, because you ain't gonna get to play unless you get really lucky. Or have a warband really built for... Look, if you're the one doing the ambushing, you might stand a chance. I say might. Right. Do we get to break before we get another turn now? We probably... well, not yet. We're probably going to get another activation then. With an all-alone check. Because that's nice, isn't it? Oh yeah, just hit for 2 or 3 times what I'm ever allowed to hit for. I know 200 weapons hit a bit harder, but they don't normally hit that much harder. And all-alone check fails! Lovely, so she does nothing then. And the man we want to try and kill is... well... over there. Lovely. We're not going to get to do that. So let's try for a new goal. Let's try for maybe having 2 or 3 girls alive at the end of the match. Or by alive, I mean without serious injuries. Yeah, let's hope we get to break and run before... oh, great! Before we get absolutely dropped. Doesn't look like it's going to happen at this rate, does it?
Your warband morale is critically low.
1, 2... I think we had 2 survivors. I mean, that was rubbish. So yeah, that was a absolutely horrible ambush. We did actually have 3 still standing.
Trials are set to test our resolve. Prove yourself worthy of Sigmar's holy benevolence, and you will be triumphant.
Oh, my resolve was certainly tested. Let's see how bad it is. From a match we basically didn't get to play. Okay, are you dead? Full recovery, great, let's have a few more of those. We got 5 more to roll. I'm not going to say how bad could it be, because I know the answer could be pretty bad. Okay. Surviving the mission. Yeah, survive is about all we were going to really be able to do in that situation. Oh, here we go. Full recovery again. That's fortunate. You never know. We could get another 1 or 2 of those if we're really lucky.
With you. Remarkable.
Bloody hell, Lubyanka did well out of this match. Oh, here we go. And she's lost a dagger. I don't think she was our 2-dagger sister. I think she was our Mason Shield novice. Yes, she was. And they've nicked those. The bastards. So we have an equipment shortage. And we're going to have to sell some extra crap from the storage. But we can do that. A light wound. I'll take a light wound. She can live with a light wound.
Nice progress.
And Leoma Jaeger, our once promising support spellcaster. Oh lovely, impacted vision! And we just upgraded that weapon skill as well. How nice. And Esther, the one we wanted to look after, she came back okay-ish. And Carlina, near-death experience. Okay, could have been worse. I mean, not much worse, but could have been worse. Obviously, we got no warpstone out of that. We got sod ore. We got a point of experience for the warband. Yeah. All right. Let's do medical expenses first. And I am being cautious on the pay at the moment. Alright, I think now we can afford to pay everyone. Yeah, that disband warband button was looking very tempting right there. I saw it and I was like, yeah, really, but nope, must soldier on here. Right, well obviously we're going to rest and get a bit of recovery. It would be nice to have the money to train on skills like Absolute Faith here, because we're actually in injury recovery time, which is a good time to train skills. However, we don't have a lot of money. Do we have rubbish we can sell? And by rubbish I mean things we're never going to use. I can't remember if we're allowed to use purple items yet. I'd have to check the rules, but hey. Did we at least get that nice blue light armor? Yes, we did. Okay. Assuming that is the... Right. Well, we're never going to use these. We just don't have the hands for them. And that got us a nice bit of money. Might sell that heavy armor in a bit. I can sell a few of these, and I'll sell those. There we go. Right. Oh, 5 days recovery, that's bad. Okay. You had better equipment than this. I'll give you a hammer. And a shield. Okay. And a point of alertness, because you do need to be passing those perception checks when you actually get a chance to play and not just get hammered into the ground. Oh, we do have one blue suit of light armor. Who needs light armor a lot? You need light armor a lot. Are you wearing light armor? No, you're wearing clothes. You can't wear light armor. Right, you. Very much appreciated, which means you finally get some armor to keep you in the game. Are those colours okay? They're very bland looking. Maybe that. I don't know. They look a bit faded and worn, as if she's been out on the roads quite a lot, marching around in the city under the tainted sun and the two moons. Right, points. Let's do some stat upgrading, because the AI always certainly does. We will take one more in agility there, in the interest of, you know, better dodge chances and keeping her alive. Right, Lubyanka did really well. Remember, henchwomen can't upgrade skills, so they just get them once. Right. She does need to be tough. Get her a point of alertness, just because it will be a little bit helpful if she just gets shot to bits there. And another point of toughness. There we go. And yes, I know you're seeing lots of unspent skill points. Skill points involve money that we do not have. Take the weapon skill. It'll be good unless we come up against nasty Chaos Mutants, of which there are many in the city. Right. Go with a point of intelligence, actually. Yes. I'm going to hold off spending those until they've recovered from injuries, so that I can look at which skills they can train. And as for our useless leader, an extra point in leadership would help, as would a point in alertness. There's not much point powering up intelligence anymore, because her spellcasting chances are drastically reduced. We'll take this for now, because she needs to inspire the warband through her heavy catalogue of injuries. Also, why doesn't she have a helmet? Now she has a helmet. Good. The helmet reduced her spellcasting chance, doesn't it? Oh, arcane spellcasting chance. She doesn't do that. She does divine spellcasting. That's fine then. Right. No blue Sigmarite Warhammer. Got a blue dagger. Hello. That's a mace. I don't feel like wasting a dagger, giving it to someone who's just going to get taken out of action really quickly, so she'll have to earn that dagger, I think. Alright, let's pass the day, and hope we don't get a Warpstone request. Okay, and now of course we have to check for deadly missions, and we have to send scouts. Normal, brutal. Brutal. Good. There are no deadly missions. We have a normal, a brutal, a normal, a brutal, a brutal, and a brutal. So we get to pass the day. Hooray, the pain.
New hired swords are available.
Okay, we can ignore the hired swords. One of our warriors is recovered. Two are still injury recoveries, so yeah, fun. It would be nice... Okay, no deadlies. This is good. There we go. There we go. And finally... Hooray! No deadlies. No deadlies. Meaning we get to recover a little bit longer. So, another one is recovered. Karlina Luden is going to be out of it for a long time anyway. And we are not making any headway on building up this. Oh, there's a deadly! At least we don't have to send out scouts. So that will be our next episode. Each warband deploys another. As long as it's not another ambush, we might actually stand a chance of getting some warpstone out of that one. But for now, I think it's time to finish up the episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, even though I got a little bit frustrated earlier on, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one, whenever that comes out. I'm going to say bye for now, and cheerio everybody.